This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am here with another old friend of Good Food Revolution, Mr. Antonio Maçanita, who is joining us all the way. Where are you right now, Antonio?
I'm in Évora, Alentejo, so south of Portugal.
Right. Now,
Inland.
how has this current COVID-19 pandemic impacted Portugal thus far?
Well, let's start with the base. So, from a health point of view, the impact as for now has been some. So there's 400 or 300 something deaths, and I think 13,000 infected.
Right.
I think it has been tamed, so to speak, in a way that the growing percentage of cases is between now 4% or 5%. So
okay.
But confinement was at, I think, similar to Canada also. We were at 400 cases and confinement started. So it was in some way the compared to some so our neighbors, Spain or to Italy, the confinement was much earlier. To give an idea, because Alexandra, my wife, she's French.
Yes.
And the confinement date is 17th of March. And that is the same for France, but France was already in 14,000 cases at the time, so
wow.
400 to 14,000. So I would say that the health impact for the moment, the report that we get is that the hospitals are still they still have margin.
Okay.
To cope with it. From a social point of view, I would say that everyone is still on the. There's so many positive sides in this first phase. I'm home with my daughters and my wife.
Of course.
I'm on the countryside, and so I think I never had the privilege before to be this amount of me, like you, like everyone is being pushed. We need to go here, then we need to go there, then we need to travel, and it's all things that we love to do, but also there's some things that stay behind. And so from that point of view, very positive. Now the downside, or the huge downside, is the complete almost to zero of a lot of economies. So
yes, of course.
I'm a wine producer. I've specialized. I'm happy enough to do wines that I focus on doing very personal wines, so to speak, and they are sold to personal places. So they're sold to restaurants, sold to small boutique shops, and all of my clients closed. And so
of course.
I'll say the first drama is everything that is involves what is our biggest talent in Portugal, that is hugs and handshakes and kisses and
all that
everything
tactile stuff. Yes. So none of that happens unless it's within your
and none of that happens. No economy, so to speak. So like you, a lot of friends in the restaurant business, that it's they're holding on, so they're positive. They're either they're contributing, giving meals or doing some online. I've participated in one from a seminar called Love Aid, and so staying active, but in reality the business is closed, so to speak. And so
now, you were saying that one of your friends had a restaurant that they were pivoting quite hard and turning it into almost like a high-end deli.
Yeah. I think this could be an interesting. So I stay very active on our conversations. Also because for example, I'll get speaking with Sweden. They haven't closed the high-end restaurants.
Yes,
so it's still going, and everyone's worried, is this going to be a ticking bomb or not? How are they managing these spaces?
Well, so it's interesting. It's interesting you say that. I just received an email from a good sommelier friend of mine, Mercedes Bachelet, from
Mhm.
Stockholm, and she's actually been very sick. She has had the virus, but she
Uh-huh.
was saying a lot of the news reporting coming out of Sweden isn't exactly correct because although the government haven't mandated that the places are closed, everyone is practicing social distancing
Yeah,
anyway. There are
true.
some cafes and things that are open, but she said some of there's quite a bit of misreporting going on there. So I was
True,
interested to
true.
hear that.
No, yeah, yeah.
So
I agree.
thanks.
So I was speaking with our Swedish importer that is handpicked wines, also specialized on some small producers like us, and they are up in the mountains. You know, they are. Everyone is on remote. Meetings are like this,
Right,
Zoom. But what didn't happen is that restaurants did not close. So
right.
with some different rules. And I just got just checking a text today, just hope you're good. And she said, strangely enough, I know she said, it's pretty crazy that Sweden is handling it pretty different, but the new restaurant is opening and is going well. So,
Well,
a restaurant opening, just like you're like, what?
yeah, that
It's
sounds
just
bizarre. Yes.
uh,
Yeah.
it sounds the restaurant is Aira. It sends at least I think for us we hope that everything's going to go well, but it sends at least a little bit of hope that it might not
Yes.
be
Yeah.
the complete doom.
Yeah.
The complete doom after this. And like you were saying, I was discussing with Nunu from Semaneres restaurant. A really super restaurant from Lisbon, and on this idea that maybe they could be, for a phase, this restaurant that in a way selects ingredients for their clients,
Right.
gives them a recipe. Wouldn't you like to get that steak from Semaneres? Yes,
So
who's his
basically,
meat supplier?
still working with the same suppliers, but just
Yeah,
getting that to the clientele in
yep.
a different manner.
Same supplier, same capacity of doing the good cut,
Yes.
the their seal of quality, so to speak,
Yeah. Of
their
course.
seal of quality, and it's translated to wine as well. Why aren't there a little bit of a bottle shop?
Yeah.
They have their
Yeah. Of
wine list,
course.
they
Yeah.
have stock that they want to get out, and so it could be an angle. I don't see a future for takeaway on fine dining, but
Yeah. I understand. It doesn't travel very well, right? It's, um, so
this small
while
verification, just take
while
it carefully.
while all of this is going on and we're in pandemonium,
Yeah,
Mother Nature doesn't really give a damn, and she's still
yeah,
just
so
going on with
true,
things. So,
so
what
true.
is happening in your vineyards?
We've always it's kind of like double down on when it's going in crisis. The big crisis, the 2007 2008 crisis. We just said let's just focus on quality. The quality of the fruit needs to be the best, and we have more staff available, and
Yes.
so we're
Do
just
you don't
it's
have
going
any
to be
problems?
all by hand.
You don't
It's
have any
just
problems with labor at all?
well, now I have excess of labor.
Oh, right. Because nobody else is working. Right. Okay.
But the accountant and the sales guy, they're gonna dig.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
They're gonna be some pruning and some digging. And no, so we are, we're gonna speed the conversion. We had a lot of conversions to organic, some to biodynamics, and
Yes. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we're kind of a lot of trials that we wanted to do this year. So we have 12 hectares that we have converted totally on organic. We have 20 that are in another system that is integrated production. And we don't think one is better than the other. They have goods and bads. And also we want to put in a trial of biodynamics. So what's happening here, we're de-weeding. That's basically what we're doing. We're just, what do you call hoe? Is it
Yeah.
what's it
Yeah. Yeah.
called? And so pretty physical. We were finishing some planting, so we planted 13 hectares this year. Great idea.
Expanding like that, yeah.
It sounds just like a beautiful idea to do this year. And also so the vineyard side, we're doing this. We're going to start kind of correcting the winter pruning. So it's basically taking the buds that have gone in the wrong places, and so just tidying that. In the winery as well, a lot of, we all have in our house, in our lives, so many pending stuff that we don't have the time to get there. And
of course,
so maintenance, painting, little bottlings,
of course, yes,
labels that need to be taken out and put back. So we're kind of taking all that stuff that we wanted to get done, and that's it.
Right. Well, I'm very glad to see you're keeping such good humor in these circumstances. It's always great to talk with you, Antonio. Hopefully we'll have another chat with you once we get through all of this, but thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, but just also before we say goodbye, just to a second line of thinking, and if it's still on time, is what and I think it's quite interesting. It goes through with this idea that we do need and I do need to stay in good spirit. We're 70 people, and if I don't, then it will be harder to go through. Yeah. So, but our break of sales is we lost in the last let's say a month, we lost 90% of sales. Good roughly. Lord. Yeah. In the last 14 days, I went online with a shop online. We've decided, there's a lot more margin to a wine producer if we're doing online. But I've decided to give 50% of our margin to Red Cross.
Oh, wow.
So we started this, like I said, 13, 14 days ago, 13 days ago. And in the first 10 days, we already gave 3,000 euros to the Red Cross. So there's a lot of, it was so interesting. As soon as we put it online, there was people that were looking for our wines. So there is a channel, the same goes with the monopoly shops or big chains of supermarkets. They have a certain offer because they say this is what the consumer wants. But it's interesting, we went online and what people are buying, it's not what you say, well, people will only buy an expensive, or the mix is so interesting. What people are buying, a little bit of something that is more exotic with something that is more price driven.
Right.
And I don't know if there's something to take of learning on this, but to say that we truly feel that we need to reinvent. No one knows what's the future, but we need to reinvent ourselves into something else.
I understand.
Always good to see you too. Always good to see you.
Antonio, we'll speak again soon, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.